I'm Zara from Outsourcing Helpers. Today we have a very interesting topic of real estate, and the motive of this video is to train you guys on probate training. So we will discuss about the training in brief, as in what is probate, how are the processes done, what are the clauses, and much more. Many of us might have heard what exactly is the business of real estate agency: buying, selling, flip property, line of equity, and much more. But some of the real estates just don't do buying and selling. They also help us in probate. Probate, now what is probate and why is the process of probate launched? The English noun probate is derived directly from the Latin word probare, that is, to test, to try, to prove, and to examine. Probate is the legal process of transferring property at a person's death. In California, for example, if you reside in California, if you die without a will in place or with a will at the same place, your estate will go through a legal process that's called probate. Probate is a way to settle any tax liabilities you have on you, or anyone has to pay, or the person who died has many debts or has many taxes on him, or he has few unleft financial works which include money. So one can transfer their assets to AIRE, or one can settle out any outstanding taxes that is due. Now, settling an outstanding is mostly like paying the taxes and dues will come on the closest relative of the person who's dead, the person's dead property, and the family or whoever is in charge after him has to pay them. Now, the average process of probate lasts up to 9 to 18 months. The next topic would be probate markets. Now, what exactly are probate markets? There are two markets within probate. First 90 days, we don't have any legal papers. That is, first 90 days, you will have to see what needs to be cleared, as in the taxes, the payments, the papers, and where the taxes have to be paid, where the payments are lagging, in which company, the papers, the written notes, and everything you need to gather within the first 90 days. Second 90 days will have all the legal papers. Now, all the legal papers would be your tax file, your payments file, your payment papers, and whatever is pending to pay in money on financial basis. Second, not everyone dies with a will. Of course, a 45 years old a person died, so we cannot assume that when is he going to die, and so a lot of people die without it. So if you have a will or you don't have a will, you will have to go to the process of probate. Now, of course, you can avoid probate. That's different. Yes, you can avoid. So how to avoid probate? So there are three ways of avoiding a probate. The only way to avoid probate is living trust. Now you'll be thinking, what is living trust? The most straightforward way to avoid probate is simply to create a living trust. A living trust sometimes is a written legal document which your assets are placed into a trust of your benefit during your lifetime and then transferred to the designated beneficiaries at your death by your chosen representative, called or successor trustee. Second option would be name beneficiaries on your retirement and bank accounts. And third one is very good: joint tenancy with a right of survivorship. It's a type of a concurrent estate in which the owners or the co-owners have the right of survivorship, meaning that if one owner dies, the owner's interest in the property will pass to the surviving owner or the owner's operation by law. If my property, if I die and I have someone already assigned as a representative after me, so that property, my property or my papers will directly shift to him. Second comes, what are probate files? Now, a probate is filed. Now, how will you know that I am going through a probate process? Obviously, you will need a file. So, what are probate files? Probate files are public information. Now, if you're an agent, now if we have an agency and we need probate files, we need to find the people who are going under probate processes and we need to help them. So, what are probate files? Probate files are public information which you can access information from anywhere in the county. If you're an agent, you can contact your local supervisor or the local superior court in your county. Now, who and what are the key players of this probate process? The key players of probate process is the personal representative. Now, you cannot get a personal representative just like that. The court appoints, once the legal procedure starts of your probate, that's the second 90 days, court appoints the administrator. This happens when someone dies without a will. Now, if you have a will, of course, yes, all the details on the will simultaneously go to the persons respectively. Now, if you don't have a will, these kind of processes you need to follow. Now, attorney works for the state. Now, obviously, if you're going through a probate process, you need an attorney, a lawyer or something who helps you in getting the information and helping you. Now, this attorney is also provided by the court, the personal representative. Now, the attorney works for the state. You can hire an attorney like a lawyer and take his help. And if they do the filing, the probate is called improper file. Now, the improper file person has two choices. Either they can hire an attorney and take his help, or if they do the filing, the probate is called an improper file. Second, if you see an outside executor who is doing improper and lives outside, this is a great lead. Now, if you hire an attorney, of course, yes, he is not going to work for you free. You will have to pay them. Now, how do attorneys get paid? It varies from state to state and agencies to agencies. Now, what do we need to do once you're in a probate? Now, if you're in a probate process, what do you need to do? If you have a will, read the will. Yes, you will have to read the will very carefully. Second, you will need to safeguard your assets. Third would be the petition the court from probate of the will. Fourth will be assemble inventories of the will. Inventories of the will. The things written in the will, you need to assemble them. Administrator your estate. You need to see your estate, the place. Then the last and the final thing, sixth thing would be make all the tax returns. Make all the tax returns, nothing should be left. Now, what's the timeline of the probate process? Prepare and file petition from a probate, that would take you around 1 to 2 months. Court hearing on the petition, that would be around 2 to 3 months. Then pay state and federal taxes, whatever you have, would take around 6 to 12 months. Now this is for the agencies. Now these are the timelines which I just told you. Now, if you're an agency